Umsalo inkosi ithula akayithathe akahambe nayo akayithathe yotenza bakhe wone akayithathe
Welcome to your weekly dose of Sports on Monday, your favorite sports show. On tonight's program, we welcome special guests from the national arm wrestling team, fresh from Ghana with medals to show for their efforts on the international stage. We also hear from the public relations officer of the Ingwenyama Cup as preparations heat up ahead of this weekend's much anticipated final. The 2026 VOC Half Marathon proved to be a massive success, drawing hundreds of runners in a celebration of endurance and community spirit. And it was all energy and excitement at the Mavuso Sports Center as a huge crowd turned up for a thrilling aerobics fitness event. Plus, we take a look at the latest action from the MTN Premier League, where the defending champions tighten their grip at the top. All that and more, right here on Sports on Monday.
All right here on Sports on Monday, have you heard it yourself? It's going to be a beautiful show. We've got a lot to talk about, but the best way to do it is to start by having some of the guests that were out of the country these past days, just to get the ins and out of the competition, how they were able to represent the country and raise the country's flag high. So I'll be joined by the arm wrestling, that is the president, Mr. Zakele, just to give us an overview, and then later on at some point we'll be joined by our in-house analyst, Linda Dlamini, just to look at now the overview over the weekend. What a weekend it was indeed. And this, the first Monday for the month of May, the year is 2026. Your host, Fabrice Msondera, I won't be alone. And Mr. Zakere is in the studio. Babes Rusik Vusele, once again. It's not your first time, but it's been long since we had you in the studio.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Fabrice. May I greet the viewers back at the various places at home. And what a pleasure.
What a pleasure.
To be here. And thank you so much for inviting us as the Eswatini Professional Boxing and Arm Wrestling Association.
Okay.
It may be confusing. It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
But we're here to unpack it. And talk about it.
I like it. Yeah. The first statement already is confusing me. I'm professional boxing and arm wrestling. But I think for starters, yes, we'll talk about your journey in Ghana, where you were, and we'll talk about what you achieved and whoever you were with. But as I say, arm wrestling. Let's arm wrestling. See, what are we saying? There's two words. There is armed and there is wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, I would expect to see it's almost like wrestling that we normally watch on TV. And how long have we had it in the country? Some people I was talking to earlier on, they thought we didn't have arm wrestling in the country.
Oh, what a surprise. Thank you on that one. Maybe just on the arm wrestling and wrestling. Both codes are wrestling. Wrestling is more about having to overpower your opponent.
Okay.
And that is through strength.
Okay.
Through skill, through technique, and of course experience matter. And with this particular one where we are affiliated to, which is arm wrestling, so it's using the upper limbs, and your left and your right. So it's a sport that we also got to experience very passionately and closely over the last week when we were in Ghana, where we were invited as Eswatini. And maybe just to backtrack a bit, because we wanted to know as to when we've started.
Yes.
I've been talking to the African, call it the Arm Wrestling Federation for Africa, since 2022. And our discussion came up to be more hot in 2023 when I was actually appointed the chief de mission for Eswatini As you know, I also serve at the Olympic Committee
Yes,
for the African Games that were supposed to be, they were in Ghana. And when we were there in the meeting, they came to introduce themselves to all countries. And I took, interest in the sport. And in 2024, when we then went for competition, they were there for demonstration to the African countries. And that is where I made my decision, as I was talking to the leadership, to say, you know what, let me look into introducing the sport in Eswatini. And the beauty of it is this sport has no one, we've been doing it traditionally. You might remember during your heydays where you'll taskly or hold or play with your colleagues
and friends.
But it's something that was not sort of like cemented. Then I said, here's an opportunity to introduce this sport. And I happen to be coming from boxing.
Okay.
I'm so passionate about boxing.
So that's when now we want to hear the difference between boxing.
Exactly. And whilst I was still in the leadership of the amateur side, then it was SWABA, now it's EBA, under the leadership of my president, Webster Kelly. And then where I was having discussions as well to say, you know what, there has to be a bridge. Talking about boxing briefly, there has to be a bridge, more like a career path, gainful, to move away from being recreational, where the athletes, also officials, can participate, but with something in return that they will get. Where in Eswatini, there are very few professionals that we have. It's all in golf, if I were to maybe make an example. But boxing is known as this professional side of boxing where people make money. Okay. And it's a business. Right. Then I said, no, I'll bring in again, which is a new sport in Eswatini. We do have boxing, but at the amateur side. But I'm tapping into the professional side, where we will invite boxers from all over the world, come and hosted in Eswatini, or be hosted elsewhere, but come and play and allow our Maswati, the boxers that are now matured, seasoned, experienced, that instead of falling out, they can actually then sort of like cross over to professional and make an income out of it.
All right. Yeah. Zulu, I think that's enough background in terms of the difference, where we're coming now. Let's talk about your journey in Ghana. You were not alone. Who did you live with, and what type of tournament are we talking about? And let's talk about journey, because at some point we'll support our conversation with visuals. But what a journey it was in Ghana. I think everyone now, they know the Kingdom of Eswatini.
That was more like baptism. Maybe to start with, Fabrice, we started, we unveiled ourselves last year on the 25th of April.
Okay.
We've just made a year in terms of existence, yes.
As an affiliate,
and we will be celebrating shortly our one year anniversary, and where we'll have an AGM, and then we'll also have a token of appreciation for the 1 year journey, and that is remarkable. We were invited last year, as you know, in terms of international affiliation. Once you get to be recognized, you need to present yourself into a congress. There was a congress last year in Nigeria. We could not attend. So, which means we've been having that provisional recognition. It was imperative that this year that we go to Ghana, because it was also an electoral congress. So there were elections. Okay. And we had to go there to be ratified in terms of full membership by the number of countries that are affiliated. So we were invited to go there, which was exciting. I was accompanied by the Secretary General, Nondumiso Masugu Twala, the Deputy Secretary General, Tembinkosi Zulu, as well as on the technical side, our aspiring coach, Samuel Tambakulu. So we were foursome. We were all four going to participate on different events, of course. I was mainly going there as the president and with the secretary for the Congress, and also to be inducted into the sport, to say, what is arm wrestling? You've just asked earlier on a question. Arm wrestling and everything, which is different from the normal wrestling. This is, like I said, the upper body, where you use your hands. So we were there to be trained into the sport. which we really appreciated. And there were a number of events that took place. We went there for one, the Congress. Secondly, we registered for training in terms of coaching because we needed to have a proper structure where you can't teach or train someone something that you don't know.
Yes.
So we needed to develop our technical ears.
Yes.
And also we attended refereeing and judging training whilst we were in Ghana. And then out of that, and then the competition. We were then given a wild card, where I then ended up participating. Samuel Tamakulu also participated, and then the Deputy Secretary also participated. The three of us then were entered as a wild card to say, you know, the other way of you understanding and appreciating, you need to compete. Here's an opportunity. It's an African championship level, and we have not gone through the various structures, having national championships and everything. We just went there, novices as we were, raw as we are, very green.
Okay.
But with the training from the coaching, which I was awarded a certificate, and a certificate in level 4, because I had to really work hard. So I'm a coach now. I'm an arm wrestler, arm wrestling coach. I did not succeed due to time and pressure because of so many things that was attended to in terms of the refereeing. But we were there just for the overview to understand. So when we now start, we know on the technical, what is it that we need to plant, or what is that we need to look for to be able to support and guide and grow the sport in Eswatini. I think we are very ready, Fabrice, now to start arm wrestling properly with good foundation, technical and otherwise, to move forward.
All right, quickly, Zulu, we just wrap up our conversation. I like that. We went to Ghana as a country. We come back, you're a certified coach. You've been trained and everything, so they have an idea of who we are. Now, my last question will be, maybe as you're back in the country, this is part of the events there in Ghana. Okay, I like this now. So this is
yes.
It's the height of the table, and then also we are okay to umkono noma uyasho ukuthi mina sengisebenzisa right noma ngisebenzisa left. But the competition goes
correct, yes, because like I did say, there's a left and the right. You get to choose to say, do you want to participate in terms of on the left? They call it pullers.
This is the left one.
The left puller, yeah. We started with the first day was the left, so that's the left, where then they will muscle up and everything in terms of them. It's very technical. You will see it, and time is critical there. And then you've got the right. So you use both hands. And one other thing that is there's a normal body competition. We're also on the
heavyweights.
No, on the para.
Oh, people with disabilities.
With people with disabilities.
Yes.
You will also see they were also participating. So it covers. It's very inclusive. It's a sport that is inclusive. Anyone from the age of
para-arm wrestling.
Yes, para-arm wrestling. Yes. Anyone from the age of 12 years up to it could be 200 years or whatever year, you are eligible to participate.
Is there a technique, as we wrap up? Because I just saw the way the ref was trying to. Is there a technique to say, just because you're tough, I wish you could win?
Correct.
But when a technique,
yes, like I did say earlier on, that the technique plays a major role. Experience plays a major role. Speed. Because once the referee has actually made sure that you are aligned in terms of the regulations, and then immediately when he says, ready, go, then that speed comes in, because when you tussle or in terms of, because the winning point is you have to push the other guy to the winning pad. Once you touch the pad, it's game over.
Okay.
It's game over. So, but always you will have two, you're going to compete twice. You're going to do it once, second time, then you move on.
Sakura mkumbra utsi bebasho utsi the elbow shouldn't,
Correct.
move, so you should stay down.
Exactly. You you are the next arm wrestler.
Yeah, the arm shouldn't.
Because your shoulder is critical.
Okay.
Your elbow is critical.
yeah.
And your positioning of your hand and in terms of the grip
Yes.
is critical.
Now, score. How do you check the score? Just because we need.
Yes.
Is there a score? Is it 10 points? Is it just a point?
It's a point.
It's a point.
It's a point, yeah.
Do we have rounds?
Two rounds.
One game? What?
Two
rounds.
2 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now when they get round yokuqala ungishaye babezulu, round 2 ngikushaye, siyakuset.
We are on the third one.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Now, set up the venue, babezulu. We are ready. We want to do the sport. So this is good because you were there. But as I let you go then, what's the plan there? Are we going to have a sort of venue where we know that,
Yes. Maybe let me just outline now in terms of, should I say, our activities going forward. It was critical that we attend to be trained and that we've come back. To me, it's irrespective of the qualification. It matters, of course, yes. But we had 3 people that were exposed on this training. So we had already bought tables. We've got 6 tables. We will be unveiling them sometime next week. We are having offices in Lobamba. It's just when you pass the police, that's exactly when you pass the police, our offices are on the right in that stream of building that is there. We'll be unveiling the offices and everything. We will be employing a development officer, administration officer, that we will be unveiling as well, and shortly, because as we are a professional body, we want to run things professionally. So we will have a fully employed person that will run the office. And then we're going to be having our AGM on the 30th. We will announce on that, on our AGM, where we'll then unpack in terms of going forward. And I must actually here maybe take that opportunity, Fabrice, to thank Sports Council
for the support.
For the support, because we went to Ghana. They supported us with 150,000 for attending the Congress and also for the training. Okay. So I cannot live as a partner and as well as the Olympic Committee, of course, because that is where I come from. And that commitment and that they've given us and is actually a lot to us to say, indeed, we're on the right path.
All right. Babezulu, time is against us. How I wish we could take an extra, probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes for this. But we'll get a chance. So we'll get a chance at some point. We'll have a conversation. Well, maybe we also bring one of the athletes that we can also talk about that. Thank you very much for being with us. That is Babezakelo Zulu, the president of the Eswatini arm wrestling. He also serves in the board of the Olympic movement in the country. A lot of experience in terms of leadership. And I can tell you vast experience when it comes to leadership. It's a story for another day. I don't want to expose him, but yeah, what a person he is, ensuring that as a country we are progressing in sporting cause. Now we're taking a short break. When you come back, more details in Ngwenyama Cup. We want to talk about the M10 Premier League, all other details. But as we're taking a break, for those who didn't make it to the 2026 VOC half marathon this past weekend, what a day it was. And then there are those also who missed the Aerobathon Friday at Mafso Sports Center. These 2 events were quite key. Take a look at that.
The 2026 VOC Half Marathon proved once again why it remains one of the standout events on the local athletics calendar, as hundreds of athletes and social runners gathered at Zakhele Sports Ground in Manzini this past weekend. The competition featured 3 exciting race categories: the 5-kilometer, 10-kilometer, and the grueling 21-kilometer, each delivering moments of brilliance and determination from runners across the country. In the headline 21-kilometer race, as the distance began to take its toll, UEDF's top athlete, Sipho Mamba, surged ahead, showing strength, endurance, and composure to ultimately claim victory in dominant fashion.
kwenda lamuhla ngendela umfana wami, my first only boy. Ngisemangane ngithi umfana wami bakhona khona. Ngiyajabula ukuthi lamuhla nawe uyajabula ngoba ujabule. Ngenzilele lapho irace lamuhla ibe ngenhle kakhulu. I-competition today cishe ikhonyana because ngibonile ukuthi hayi bakhona ukuthi bethu nabo labakhompyutha ukubonga nje ukuthi lamuhla irace ibe nhle kakhulu. Neweather ke lokhu kakhulu isifevile ngoba ngakhohlwa nemahili zami. Still I can say my favorite. Lapho la ngikhona kukhona kubancoba ngabona ukuthi now I have done nje today in hour 3 minutes 10 seconds but ngiyibona improvement ukuthi training yami ufuna but nginyuse kancane ngithi ukuthi khona la ngilekhisha khona kakhulu.
In the women's category, it was another impressive display from UEDF as Sanelisiwe Mpapo powered her way to the top, further cementing the club's growing reputation as a force in Eswatini athletics.
Competition based and our big banana Charlie. You know, the area go better live nationally be a world champion one day. So my aim was to after time I tried not to make people.
Speakers on the day, including Zakaria Mtetwa, applauded both the level of competition and the strong turnout, highlighting the steady growth of the marathon and its impact on promoting a healthy and active lifestyle.
1.5 to 2,000 people. Over the moon sijabulile siyajabula kakhulu isupport yemaswati angathi ngayithini Jehova uyabona esibili tabuse amazwaplace aphakamise wanika impilo lenhle nempilo lenze
sothi mina ngichairperson wabomake labangaboni sothi ngingasho nje ukuthi ngikube infokoto lenhle ukuthi ngibe ngenele lo mcimbi waka VOC lapho khona singenele khona 5 km
ukuthi utakuthi no as long nalo mtimba uyadinga ukuthi exercise
M17 wethu akafaya now sesiqale physical fit sonke nje tatha physical fit M17 wethu so sikhuthathekile ukuthi wonke umuntu abe khona le kungijabulisa la iworkforce lekhona la is about 35 iworkforce yakafaya nje lesikhona and sithe collectively lesikhona ngalapha lesikhuthathile and bakhuthathele ihhovisi ukuthi wonke umuntu wonke akavele ngala.
The VOC Half Marathon, not just a race, but a celebration of endurance, community and sporting excellence. Capital Accurate Fitness, better known as CAF, kicked off the month of May in style, hosting one of the biggest aerobics events on the calendar. The High Energy Showcase brought together fitness enthusiasts and clubs from beyond the borders of Eswatini, with strong participation from the Republic of South Africa, adding an international flair to the occasion. at the iconic Mavuso Sports Center, the all-night event attracted a massive crowd, all eager to be part of a celebration of movement, music, and wellness. Instructors took center stage with one clear mission: to entertain and inspire, delivering dynamic routines, energetic steps, and powerful moves designed to get the nation moving and bodies in shape. More than just a fitness session, the event stood as a reminder of the importance of staying active, promoting a lifestyle that keeps both body and mind healthy. For anyone looking to elevate their fitness journey, this was undoubtedly the place to be.
So namhla sine event yasebusuku normally besivamise kuba asemini but lo nyaka sideka sesishintshe kancane sesingene ebusuku ukuthi ngabe ebusuku singena kanjani. So namuhla sibeme baseMozambique samema base-South Africa lesingaziveta nje isithombe lesithi namhla sesishukumise umtimba ebusuku sibone ukuthi umtimba nawo ushukumisa ebusuku for the longest time.
I'm from Mozambique. I'm used to come to Eswatini to events, and I got the experience for, let me see, like 5 years or more attending the events here.
And is that today a lot has changed, the aerobics have evolved from.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ukujima mina kungisite nge-physical appearance. Well, ngicabanga ukuthi na ujima uba muhle konke kube sendaweni yako kube right, and also nekuthi nje na ufike ejimini u-relieve whatever frustrations lo nawo ube right.
Nendlela ngicabanga ngayo akusifana nemlungu ajimi bese nango street negula nje awu sekhashane nami nje gula akusakuvayiva nephefumula nje sengaba ngumuntu ophefuna kahle na ilimi.
Now, those are some of the activities that took place over the weekend. So he's already in the studio, the Public Relations Officer of the inaugural Ngonyama Cup. That is Mr. Masugu. We'll talk about the main day, this Sunday. And for you as a viewer, you might be the chance winner today. If there is something, Masugu, the big weekend is coming. And I know, final. This is the final of the final.
Lishonile Fabrice, sivusele nababukeli bakho emakhaya. It's the big one. It's the 40-58 season. It's not just your 8th edition, but it's the 40-58 season. So you can actually tell that we are still on the continuation of the celebrations. So this one is even bigger this time. And who wouldn't want to win at the 40th anniversary of His Majesty's reign? So it's going to be the big one. Yeah, this coming Sunday, Somhlolo will be packed to the rafters. And you can actually tell from the wins outside, everyone is just looking forward to the finals. They're saying it's going to be a green final because
the two teams,
if you talk about these two teams, and we know that Singizin is getting there for the first time. Green Mamba has been there, has won the tournament twice. They may want to do it 3 times. But again, from what we've seen of these two clubs, it's anybody's game. And yeah, it's going to be
finals for this competition. I think the excitement is all building. Do you feel like this is the best final?
There's everything in with these finals, because looking at the semi-finals that are coming from, where Seabeds and Young Buffaloes were knocked out, I think we were given the best of footballs, because how Singizin got here, people thought Buffaloes had just gone through. I think it was 78th minute when Singizin equalized, and the rest is history. And how Green Mamba missed a host of chances, and people were even thinking, will they even see that day? But you can never buy experience. Scully with that header had to wrap it up that way, and it's going to be one of those
I think it's
finals.
in the history book of the tournament. At the time, when Nasser retired, we will always say there was one particular Scally.
Obviously, he's one of the. Actually, he's the only player now that has played about 5 finals now. I think this may be his 5th final of the competition. He has won the tournament more than any player in the kingdom, because remember that I think he won it twice with Mbabane Swallows and then twice with Green Mamba. So he is a decorated player in this tournament. So everything about this tournament, about this final, brings a bit of history, because who knows, probably Nsingizini is coming up with something. Because as you can see, the way that they're playing the past 2-3 seasons, I think they are a well-oiled machine. If Green Mamba doesn't prepare well, we may see new champions of this tournament. But again, you can never buy experience. Green Mamba is bringing some experience. So it's going to be a beautiful finals and one of the best that we're going to see. That one,
guaranteed.
I guarantee.
Talking about actually in a well-oiled machine, say Manchester City locally. So you got on things in knowing that then Lovus, then it's too much.
That's a goal scorer.
Yeah,
I've seen that guy, and he scores goals. But again, pitted against another season's goal scorer, because with Sabelo Scally, you are guaranteed that when the tides are against you, he will just rise above and just do his magic. So it's going to be, I heard that T40 is also slowly coming back. We may see him for the finals. Again, those are the guys that are bringing the experience. And one of the guys that has, again, like Scally, has won the tournament a couple of times. So we can't wait. We can't wait. I
but
think
the
with this
program on the
tournament,
day, Masuk, I think that's what the viewer wants to know now.
I think the program, the most exciting part with Ingwenyama Cup now brings in the women's football.
Okay.
The women's football. We know that Buffaloes are coming back for the second time. They're defending champions. Today, this time they are pitted against Manzini Wanderers. And this culture has made this tournament so exciting and so beautiful. Now, it tells you that by 9 o'clock, you would have seen quite a number of supporters already inside the stadium. So if you haven't bought your ticket, that is where the problem starts, because by 11 in the morning, we may be starting to tell people that, you know what, you may as well stay at home. I know that Eswatini TV may take us through for those that wouldn't be able to go in there. So the program of the day, we have, like I've said, culture that would start around 9 in the morning until 11:30. We've got those social games. We are hoping that this year we will see the match pitting Bobabe Boshif against Bantwa Bengosi, that is the Princes. So that game has really won hearts of so many supporters. We are definitely going to see that between 11 and 12, because at 12, that is where we get to see the finals between Young Buffaloes ladies and Manzini Wanderers ladies. Then between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., we're going to see our grand closing, where we get to picture the beautiful picture of Ingwenyama Cup, where we will see the grand closing. We are going to get to see Emma Ashi will be there, culture will be there, football will be there. As the teams are warming up there, you get to see on the other side, or on each side, these two clubs, and then at the center, you get to see the culture. That becomes a beautiful decoration of what Ingwenyama Cup is all about. And then at 3:30, we are looking forward to the kickoff of this beautiful game. And we're looking forward to Ingwenyama kicking off for us this tournament for this 8th edition. Like I've said, it's a special one, because we've just come out from this beautiful week and month of the celebrations. I think the celebrations may go on for the whole year, because we cannot stop talking about the 40th anniversary of His Majesty's reign and his 50th birthday. So this may be an extension of the celebrations. You know that we have those extended grandstand, the temporal grandstands, Kasomhlolo on the no man's land, which may make our supporters more comfortable this time, with a bit of our temporal shelters there. So those people that love that side of the stadium, because there are people, Fabrice, whether it's raining or not, whether there are still spaces there, they'll just go to the no man's land. So let us be early. We'll open the gates, I think, just after 7 in the morning. And then I still think we do have media that will be playing against, whether the PROs, I don't know. But
it should be the PROs.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the PROs. So it's going to be a packed program. People are going to enjoy being there. So come early there, enjoy Ngwenyama Cup. I know the razzmatazz and the fanfare of this tournament, you get to see it on the very day of the final. So tomorrow, we are going to be handing over the kit that these clubs will be using, both the football clubs and the cultural teams. Those kits will be coming from His Majesty himself. So we'll be handing that over to the clubs tomorrow at 11 in the morning. Enganini, so everyone, the clubs, the media will be there when His Royal Highness, the chairman of Ngwenyama Cup, will be handing over to the team. So it's been a long journey. We know that we already have the regional champions which is Louis 14. And at the end of the day, on the finals, they will be given that trophy by His Majesty. So everyone who will be the champion of the day, they will get the chance to get the trophy from His Majesty himself.
Before I let you go, quick one, entrance fee.
It's 50 malangeni. It's 50 malangeni. People are already buying these tickets from mochaticket.com. Those tickets
were issued, if it's not a secret?
No, it's not a secret. We're looking at issuing out just over 7.5 thousand Emma ticket for prizes. So if you are lucky, because those tickets were opened last week with the hope that we will be playing we would have been playing last week on the 3rd of May, only for His Majesty to say the country has been so busy, everyone is a bit tired. Now we are refreshed. Now we're looking forward to seeing the beautiful games come Sunday. So this is an invitation to everyone. Let us do that early. Get your tickets, mochaticket.com. You buy your ticket. There are other outlets that Premier League is using for our supporters. So, itindile Ngwenyama Cup.
That's the man himself. He's a serious Ghana. He's an Arsenal supporter, so I'm sure he's rushing to make sure that Manchester City doesn't win because he believes they will take the league this season. Master, and their Lord. They believe they will take the league.
No, we're winning the league. Mark, I had said to Master the other day, we'll win the league on the 17th of May. But then they've shifted our game to the 18th. So we will win that league on the 18th of May. We're the champions, trust me.
Talk about winning the league. And Singleton Hospitals, weekend 28, they were in action against Sisonke. Young Buffaloes, Babane Swallows, they were in action at Mamso Sports Center. And Moroni Pirates were playing Tabangulu Celtics. Let's see how the story unfolded.
On Sunday, log leaders in Singizini Hotspurs were back in action, taking on Sisonke with one clear objective: to extend their league at the top of the table. The first half delivered promising moments from both sides, but neither could find the breakthrough as the teams went into the break locked 0-0. The second half, however, belonged to the league leaders. Just 5 minutes after the restart, in-form forward Senzo Ndlovu broke the deadlock, putting Hotspurs firmly in control. 10 minutes later, Ayanda Gadlela doubled the advantage with a composed finish, tightening their grip on the match. And as the game edged into added time, Simpiwe Mabuza put the result beyond doubt, sealing a convincing victory for Singizini Hotspurs. A crucial 3 points for the log leaders as they now shift focus to the Ngwenyama Cup final this weekend, where they are set to face Green Mamba.
lethina ukuthi yonke imidlalo esidlalayo manje is a final until sinikwe isicoco ngokuphelele okwamanje sisalwela kona ukuthi sisithole ngicabanga ukuthi abafana bazimisele badlale kahle kakhulu ukuthi bakwazi ukuthola lo 3.1 namhlanje
last 30 games sibuyele ejimini lapho sirecover khona because sifixa wonke ama-mistakes esizweni lo 9 points lokhona sengasita ukuthi siye kuma-playoffs of course vele angeke usasenazo i-relegation straight away but kuma-playoffs sengasithatha sibeke.
Buso Sports Center, Mbabane Swallows hosted Young Buffaloes in what was wildly billed as the game of the day. The clash featured two experienced local tacticians, Caleb Ngwenya and Dominic Guneni, both of whom have tasted league success in the past, adding even more intrigue to the encounter. The first half delivered flashes of quality from both sides, with chances created, but neither team able to break the deadlock, as the score remained 0-0 at the break. The second half brought the moment that would ultimately decide the contest. In-form forward Derek Sfunza stepped up when it mattered most, finding the back of the net with just 15 minutes left on the clock after an impressive individual performance. The MTN Premier League action rolled into week 28, following a scheduling adjustment by the Premier League of Eswatini, which saw week 27 fixtures postponed to accommodate high-profile matches that could not be played midweek. All clubs, including Eswatini Hotspurs and Green Mamba, were duly informed and agreed to the revised fixture line-up. At the Mavuso Sports Centre, Moneni Pirates locked horns with Tabangulu Celtics in what proved to be a tightly contested encounter. Both sides created promising chances in the opening half, with the Moneni Pirates showing greater attacking intent, but neither team could find the breakthrough as the first 45 minutes ended goalless. The second half, however, told a different story. Tabangulu Celtics returned with a renewed energy and purpose. And with just 20 minutes left on the clock, Vumalangi Dlamini rose to the occasion, finding the back of the net with a decisive strike. That goal proved to be the difference, as Tabangulu Celtics walked away with all 3 points on the day.
The refereeing side also, it's not helping us, helping the game itself. So we can't always keep quiet and things are happening every day. I'm not talking about the goal, but I'm talking about a lot of things that are supposed to change the result. So if there's an issue, there's something that they have against the team, I don't know what is it, but they must let the boys play and they must protect the boys, not protecting our position.
Make sure that they don't make us and they don't change us. Let's be sure that they didn't make a lot of box entry in terms of the chances. I think our boys they played very well, especially without the ball. And the team was a bit of down in terms of confidence because we are not winning games. We are playing well, but we are not winning games. But I think today the work rate and the commitment from our players shows that they can do something.
Now, some of the results, of course, that took place on the Friday and on the Saturday on top in terms of the M10 Premier League. Now, joining us right now is our in-house analyst, Dlamini Master Linda, also award-winning 2024 sports journalist, Sigfusele Ngosa. I know time is against us. Stawutsi kancane nje, but ngiyathi ama-loyal viewers uyahlonipha. No manje ungaba 1 minute. Ukuhamba ungaba varisi.
Nkosi yami. Fabrice ngiyabonga. Ngikutfola lokukhulu ngivusele umbukelo Eswatini TV loyal viewer. I think Fabrice sibuya ku weekend lapho khona itimvi inqumbi betfuna ku decide in terms of league, in terms of performance ema teams, building up kungwenyama cup lesitayidlala kule weekend njengoba asashito Nkosilenhle. I think Green Mamba ayikazange benema results lamahle Nsingizini bakhonile kuyithola after le defeat ezulwini the previous week, but I think batawuthandaza ukuthi lokungenani namhla noma kusasa yeki kwendeke miracle because itolo uthola injury waphuma egemini and any injury ayisiyo nje injury le lengasho ukuthi ilula ukuthi ungayi lekungenteka kube nemthelela kule final yengwenyama cup ngeweekend.
We wish him a speed recovery, but nje uyethu Ndlovu nje sinawo.
Yeah, Mpopo.
I know that's a player. That's a player, master. Now let's look at the M10 Premier League log, master. After that heavy victory against Sonke, 8 points. Yes, Seabirds with the game, Buffaloes with the game, Royal Leopard.
If Imanzini Seabirds iwina ngalesithathu kuMbabane Swallows, itaba na 53 points. Lokusho ukuthi gap ya 5 points with 3 games to go.
With them meeting
last game. Yuhu! But ngeke ngenteka noma ngayini. Nayo iSeabirds, I think nayo if idliwa kuMbabane Swallows, I think well ngenteka kube sekuvele ku over because batutsinga only 2 points Nsingizini ukuthi bawine ileague. So I think nyalo isetandleni teNsingizini ukuthi bayilose because Nsingizini ina 3 games which includes igame yayo iManzini Seabirds, but lengaphasi I think lengaphasi isisonke ku color pass ku Nsingizini over the weekend. I think batibeke emathubeni lamabi kakhulu Malanti Chiefs nabo bakhale phasi ku Royal Leopard. Nyalo the 2 teams the 3 teams adlalela ukuthi aye kuma playoffs because remember isisonke sawudlala neMalanti Chiefs. So I think sebalwela nje uselokungenani siye kuma playoffs because vele akabameli neze kahle i-team more special for sisonke amawele. Yes, neMalanti Chiefs iku le playoff position but akusiko kuhle.
That mean who is winning the Ngwenyama Cup this year?
A very, very tough. I-final ayizangabalula. With the experience labanayo ba Green Mamba, bo Skali, bo Tifoti, bo Popu, bo Javi, I think banale advantage experience. Nsingizini bana advantage quality ne form. I think on the day quality and form will win.
Nsingizini are the champions of the Ngwenyama Cup 2026, according to Master, in his opinion, is his prediction. He's allowed to do that. Thank you very much to our in-house analyst, Ndlamini. Another Arsenal fan who is not quite happy now that Everton has scored in terms of the title race, but quite informative when it comes to sporting clubs in the country. All right, we're going to have to love and leave them. Sunday is the big one, the Ngwenyama Cup. And of course, we'll keep you updated. Eswatini TV will ensure that you have all the details in terms of knowing what's happening. And on Monday, we're back in terms of also ensuring that you get the full, highlights of the game itself. Until we meet again, Fabrice Msonera, the entire sports team, Niazimus, Sitaragamnas.